Over the last few years, the city of Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England has undergone a considerable cultural renaissance. The city's quayside has an international reputation for the quality of art available. At the heart of this redevelopment, Live Theatre Company has played a key part in this renaissance. Actor and long-time associate of Live, Tim Healy, outlines the history of the company.
It was founded in 1973 by Geoff Gillham and the actress Val McLane to create plays of a political nature for North East audiences, in particular working class people, people who didn't go to the theatre. The plays had a strong regional identity and we used actors from the same background, people who could speak the same language. People like me, because I was lucky enough to become a founder member, and I remain one of its strongest supporters to this day. In fact, over the years, Live Theatre has been a fantastic breeding ground for some of the best actors and finest writers from the northeast of England. At first, we took the plays out to pubs and clubs, on the beaches, schools, miners' welfare halls, community centres, in fact, anywhere where we could find an audience. But in 1982, the company moved here and started to build what's now become one of the most important new writing companies in the country. It opened its doors in 1985 with a new play by Tom Healy called The Long Line. A fish merchant by trade, Tom, who sadly passed away in 2006, was one of the finest writers ever to emerge from this region. His mentor was the late, great C.P. Taylor. Mind you, we just called him Cecil. And this theatre is dedicated to his memory. And then there was Alan Plater, Phil Woods, Julia Darling, Michael Chaplin, son of Sid Chaplin, another legendary writer. More recently, there's been Sean O'Brien, Peter Strawn, and Lee, Mr. Billy Elliot Hall. Loads of wonderful plays all performed here. In fact, some of the plays have gone right around the world. The Filleting Machine, for example, by Tom Healy. A Nightingale Sang by Cecil. Alan Plater's Close the Coalhouse Door. Cooking with Elvis. And more recently, The Pitman Painters by Lee Hall, which triumphantly opened the refurbished theatre in the autumn of 2007 and plays at the National Theatre and the West End in London in 2008. So as you can see, for over 30 years, Live Theatre has been a vibrant part of the cultural life of the North East, and I'm proud to have been a part of it.
And now it's changed. It's been done up a bit. Well, quite a lot, really. First of all, there's this terrific new staircase.
I love this. I think it's so bold to put such a glass tower right in the middle of the historic buildings. It's like shouting out, we've got things to be proud of as well. And there's a fantastic new bar and restaurant, comfy and pretty. In fact, all over the building there are lovely rooms to be in. All the old features have been kept, medieval flooring and stonework, 19th century strong room doors, old brickwork, some of it dating back to the 17th century houses that used to be on the site. Everything has been lovingly exposed and restored and retained. The building, with all of its history, all of the stages that it's passed through, can be looked at and enjoyed in a way that it never could before.
And there have been practical improvements too, new workshop spaces and rehearsal rooms. This is the studio theatre, for example, where small-scale performances can take place. The low ceilings have been ingeniously cut away, turning the once cramped upper floors into a fantastic lofty space full of new technology where young and old can come to create and perform. And finally, the theatre itself, the auditorium. Well, it's still the same size, the same space. It's still little and friendly and cosy. It's more comfy than it was, and the sightlines have been improved. I don't think you'll find that the plays that go on here will change very much. They'll still challenge and entertain in the way that they always have, and the talent will keep on coming. I think you'll find that this theatre is still very much live and still kicking.